दृष्टो येनात्म विक्षेपो निरोधं कुरुते त्वसौ उदारस्तु न विक्षिप्तः साध्या भावात् करोति किम्। Jnani, who has already got nishtha, has no need of taking to Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga is meant for the one who has got Chitta Vikshepa. Antakarana Vikshepa, one who has got, he can take to Ashtanga Yoga. There also alternative methods are allowed. Chitta Vikshepa, agitation, the mind may be there. By bhakti, one can upasana, etc., one can control. But Ashtanga Yoga is meant for the person who doesn't have that disposition of bhakti and the mind is very highly agitated. For them, Ashtanga Yoga is useful. So here is a person, for him that also is not required. Who is he? Udaraha. So Udaraha, where is Udaraha is here? Atmajnani, Sarvatra, Advitiya, Atmadarshi. Who is Udaraha? Not charitable, etc. So one whose vision is vast. That means not crippled vision. Crippled in the sense, with erroneous notions. I am this, these are other than you know. The one who knows that everything is nothing but one and the same principle. So one who has got the right perspective of the entire world. So that is some Udaraha. To show the contrast with the earlier person who has got Chitta Vikshepa and one has to take to Chitta Nirodha. This person, Udarastu, Vikshiptaha eva na asti. He has no Vikshepa. He has no Vikshepa. Because in and through perception, what he cognizes only one Atma Tattva, Brahma Tattva only. There is no question of a Vikshepa for him. Nothing different from other such notions are not there at all. So therefore, Sadhya Bhavat Kim Karoti. This person, why should he take to Ashtanga Yoga when there is nothing to be accomplished by Ashtanga Yoga? Sadhya bhava. Sadhya means whatever that is to be accomplished by a sadhana. Here what is the sadhana? Ashtanga Yoga. What is the sadhya of Ashtanga Yoga? What is to be gained by Ashtanga Yoga? Chitta vritti nirodha. Chitta vritti nirodha has to be gained when chitta vikshepa is there. The jnani has no chitta vikshepa. What is the sadhya there? No. If you don't have disease, would you like to take medicines? No. That's nothing to be accomplished by him. So therefore, what is that sadhya bhava? Vikshepa parihara lakshanasya sadhya bhava. An accomplishment which is characterized by removal of vikshepa. Such a thing doesn't arise in the case of this person, so that doesn't Ashtanga Yoga practice at all. Same thing is now explained how he has no vikshepa, etc. Dhiro loka viparyasto vartamano pi lokavat. Na samadhim na vikshepam na lepam swasya pashyati. Dhiraha loka viparyasta prarabdhavashat. Prarabdhavashat to be added. Dhiraha loka viparyasta add prarabdhavashat. Lokavat vartamanaha api. Lokavat vartamanaha api. Swasya samadhim na pashyati. Swasya samadhim na pashyati. Vikshepam na pashyati. Vikshepam na pashyati. Lepam na pashyati. Dhiraha. This Dhiraha, who was described earlier as yogi, means one who is jnani and has nishtha in the knowledge. This jnani. Loka viparyasa. What is loka viparyasa? He is unlike the other people. Other people who are those ignorant. Ignorant people, while, no, what is the frame of mind of ignorant people in the world? Vikshipta, agitated. Now this person is not that way. So therefore, unlike the other people, here loka viparyasta means he is of opposite type of person. How? In the sense, lokeshu viksheparahitaha. Though he may be in the world, he is free from vikshepa. Because in and through the jagat, he can appreciate the Brahman. So therefore, he is, even though he may remain in the world, he is free from vikshepa. So therefore, loka viparyasta means lokeshu viksheparahitaha. The one who is free from agitations or distractions, even though remaining in the world. What does he do? Prarabdhavashat lokavat vartanaha api. Because of his own prarabdha, lokavat vartamanaha api. Even though this person is lokavat means like other person. What is the other person? Means though he is engaged in vyavahara. How the people are engaged in vyavahara, likewise, even though this person is engaged in vyavahara, then Ajnani also is engaged in vyavahara, Jnani also is engaged in vyavahara. What is the difference? And you and cry that this fellow will get bound, and for this person, in distinction between vyavahara of a Jnani and Ajnani, Jnani means Jnani, and what does it mean? True, that's true. What does it mean? No kartrutva, no bhoktrutva, and then still he acts. What is it? There is another word for that. Badhitanurutti. Same, that's true. Kartrutva is not there, bhoktrutva, because ahankara is not there. But ahankara, what type of ahankara? See, now he is Jnani eats. Where does he put his food? Which mouth? Which mouth? Why not Sarvat Buri? Why does he not go putting? And then why should he take this mouth as mine? Look, if he has to put in this mouth for which stomach? For that stomach, is it not? Then why should he take that stomach as mine? All stomachs are his stomachs, is it not? That what does it mean? That is what that ahankara means. You see, if he takes this mouth as mine, this stomach as mine, ahankara is there or not. He has related to which body? This body and not any other body. This is what? Ahankara, is it not? And do you let's say he has no ahankara? Because prarabdha, until it falls, what is called as badhita ahankara. Badhita ahankara means notion that this body is there, but that is not going to bind that person. So why? Because in and through he knows that I am Atma Swarupa. But what can he do with the body? He can't cast away the body, it is still continuing. So therefore, that is what is like, it is like a burnt rope. Rope has got the capacity to tie, but can the rope tie? No. But for appearance, like rope only, is it not? It may be, or like the roasted peanuts, roasted groundnuts, when sown, will they germinate? No. But are they useless? No. Time pass. If hungry for food, that's okay. But at times, even though not hungry, time pass. So they are useful. So like that, this ahankara is not going to take rebirth because the ajnana is gone. At the same time, it is useful. Maybe some other can make use of that. Not that this jnani should teach, etc. Even this jnani, if it is jnanishta, that person can inspire other persons also. You know how? Suppose, let us say, there is a jnani who doesn't teach, etc., nothing is doing, etc. He simply remains, etc., somewhere sitting in the tree or some cave or some, etc., etc. At the same time, even he is not sure where he is going to get the bhiksha, food. Not sure whether the next meal is going to come or not, he is not sure. But all the time, still sleep in ananda. If a mature person is there, he will find out what is special with this person. We have got all these luxuries and hurts, but we are not happy. Why this person is happy? That itself, that inspiration itself is, it is greater prachara than long sermons, It is because, see, here is there is something special. What is it? The person would like to inquire. That also is it. That's what. Achara is greater prachara than speaking, etc. So therefore, that is useful. At least maybe one person is inspired. Did not be thousands and millions. Maybe one person is right. His life is saved. Like that, it is like a roasted groundnut. Useful. But it is not going to germinate. Likewise, he has no rebirth at all. So that way, that means he may act, depending on the prarabdha, he may act like the other person ignorant, but that is because of badhita ahankara, therefore it is called badhita anurutya. Because that ahankara is sublated. It is not true because ajnana is not there. So that is what he says. For external appearance, though he appears to be working or doing something or other like the other person, common man, so lokavat vartamanaha api, do you know what is his attitude towards all these? Swasya samadhim na pashyati. Swasya means atmanaha. Samadhim na pashyati means he doesn't find any need of samadhi for oneself. So, why samadhim na pashyati? Because vikshepam swasya, vikshepam na pashyati. He has no agitation on his part, etc. If agitations are there, distractions are there, then what is required? Samadhi is required. So he doesn't have vikshepa itself. So vikshepam na pashyati or lepam na pashyati. So lepa, suppose some vikshepa is there, something is there. On account of that lepa here is impurity or affliction on account of some disturbance in the mind, he is not there because even the disturbed mind also is what? Aloof, different from him. His swarupa is independent and aloof from these. So therefore, he doesn't need samadhi, nor has he got vikshepa. Even if something from world standpoint, if you find that, he is not going to lose anything at all, because it is not going to cast any adverse effect on him, because his swarupa is totally free from the entire jagat and its adverse effects. So while lepam etc. na pashyati, the reason is given, chin, it is not there, it is to be understood, chinmatra darshitva. In and through whether samadhi or vikshepa or no vikshepa, his vision is clear that Chaitanya Swarupa alone is my Swarupa, chinmatra darshitva. So therefore the chinmatra darshana, what exactly it is? Cognition of Chaitanya Swarupa in its true nature. And true nature, nirvishesha. And how you appreciate that, cognize that nirvishesha, true nature Chaitanya? Through antakarna. And if antakarna has to appreciate what type of antakarna it has to be? Like Atma Chaitanya it must be. It also has to be nirvishesha. Now understand why the Shastras are so emphatic, or that is why they emphasize that Shuddha Antakarna, a composed mind, is indispensable in gaining the knowledge. General concept is what Vedanta is taken for. To get peace of mind. Whether Vedanta is taken for peace of mind or Vedanta presupposes peace of mind. Or both. That is better, no? Swamiji, you take whatever you want. No, that description. He could have gone to 1,000 stanzas, but he thought that if I take 1,000 stanzas for description, the Swami will have to come here for how many cabs to finish? to finish this, it will be a very expensive affair. Because here you are staying anyway, whatever you have to spend, whatever, less or more, etc. I think he must have taken sympathy. Anyway, so not that way, because it is difficult to describe. His disposition is difficult to describe, means, so what is to be described? Externally he appears something and internally something else. And internal disposition, that is what is very difficult for others to understand. It is very difficult. And they say, look here, somewhere is said, only a such person only can understand. Jnani, really, truly speaking, Jnani can be understood by equally a Jnani only, no one else. And there also, equally a Jnani when, if this fellow is available for little interaction and conversion. If it's Mauni Baba, then you can't. Because we have to give the benefit of the other thing. Many times it happens. Some Mahatma Sadhu is there and lots of followers are there. But that is not the criterion of the genuineness of his accomplishment. Well, we are not talking about hypocrites, okay? That you leave aside. Even otherwise also, really the person has got jnana or not. Suppose if he is not available for interaction, speaking, etc., is not available, difficult to find out. But still, a jnani by if close observation can know other person whether a jnani or not. It is difficult for others to understand. That's why that elaborate description from different standpoint, different facets of his disposition under different circumstances. And actually this particular chapter is meant for describing what? No, actually it is not a description of jnani. It is a description of the shanti that he has gained. That means composure, that means that this state of being unruffled by even at the face of, that means adversity. Even the person faces calamities, he is not affected by that. That is actually the that's why Shanti Shataka it is. So that is the highest accomplishment. On the face of calamities and adversities also, his mind is calm and composed. Some words like Shitala Manaha is air-conditioned mind. So he has got such a composed and cool mind as such, not hot-headed fellow. So therefore now, so that is Chinmatra Darshitva. That for Chinmatra Darshana, equally this Antakarna must be to the specification of Chaitanya. It is simply like seeing your face in the mirror. What all things are required to see your face in the mirror? Very easy, no? But all the prerequisites to see your face in the mirror. Mirror must be clean. Any other condition? I said, now you are experts. I think I have told many times, clean and plain. Generally plain, no, that doesn't, because if it is concave or convex, what will happen? Though clean, distorted image will be, reflection will be there. So it should be plain and it should be clean. And it should be plain and clean, and it should be available to the person who would like to see the face. Otherwise, there in the temple that mirror is kept, and here you can't see it. No, that means in that individual itself, his antakarana, the person's antakarana must be shuddha. Then after what happens? That's why that sankalpa, rahita, etc. Why? Because of that means the true nature of Chaitanya gets reflected as it were. Earlier also it is reflected. Don't think that it is reflected there. But it is like sun or moon getting reflected in the water which is muddy or shaky. It can't give the clear picture of the original bimba. Here it is not so. So now that antakarana is steady and calm, shuddha, composed, peaceful, the true nature is available for direct cognition. Further, bhava bhava vihino yastrupto nirvasano buddhaha. Naiva kinchit kritam tena loka drishtya vikurvata. Yaha buddhaha truptaha. Yaha buddhaha truptaha. Bhava bhava vihinaha. Nirvasanaha. Tena lokadrishtya vikurvata api. Vikurvata add api. Tena lokadrishtya vikurvata add api. Kinchit again add api. Naiva kritam syat. Kinchit again add api. Naiva kritam syat. Yaha buddhaha means the jnani who is like this. What type of jnani is jnani buddhaha? Bhava bhava vihinaha. So bhava means existence. Abhava, non-existence. Absence. Absence of bhava. What does it mean? We can take like this. Janma marana. So janma and marana is birth and destruction, which are vikaras applicable to rest all vikaras by upalakshana, means shad vikaras. So that means that way we can say bhava bhava vihinaha means bhava bhava vikara spurti vihinaha. If you add these two words, the meaning is clear. One who is bhava bhava vikara spurti. Bhava bhava stands means janma marana utpatti nasha stands for shad vikaras. Spurti means the vikara means all the changes, modifications. Spurti means cognition. Vihina. The one, the jnani, who is devoid of the cognition of all the changes. That is shad vikaras. Means his cognition is beyond the relative world. The relative world is full of shadvikaras. It means even though he may perceive the world, but his vision is centered in Swarupa, Brahma only. So that means one bhava bhavina means bhava bhavas vikara spurti vihina, in the sense one who has no cognition of the relative world or the world full of shadvikaras. That way you have to take. One who has no cognition of the relative world or the world full of shadvikaras, he is called as bhava bhavina. And therefore, because he has no such cognition of the vikara, etc., and his swarupa darshana never is lost, therefore he is yaha Triptaha. He is contented. He is contented by what? Suppose you are very hungry and you got very good food. Tripti is there or not? On account of what? Food. You are very thirsty, let us say. And you are going through a desert. You want to get a glass of water was very difficult. Suddenly you got cool water, 3-4 glasses, and you just drank all this thing. Tripti or not? Now this fellow, what tripti he gets? He is buddha, bhava bhavihina. What tripti? That's what is that? Svatmanubhava tripti. Because Vishay tripti is not possible. Why Vishay tripti? What is required? Cognition of bhava, that vikara is required for Vishay tripti itself, because he has no such cognition. So therefore, Svatma triptaha, because of Svatmanubhava. The direct cognition of one's Swarupa, which itself is Ananda Swarupa, is content in that triptaha. And or if you can take this way also, yaha triptaha, because he is contented, he is bhava vihina, because he always contented means as atma, this swatmanubhava contentment, because of which he never loses sight of his Swarupa Brahma, therefore he doesn't cognize the relative world having Shadvikara. That way also you can take. And he is also nirvasanaha, one who is desireless, free from all desires, or one who has no samskaras of jagat. One who has no samskaras of jagat. So such person now, he says, tena, by him, by that person, lokadrishtya vikurvata api. Even though lokadrishtya means from the standpoint of the world. So vikurvata api, even though he acts in the world, he says vikurvata api kinchidapi naiva kritab syat. It is as good as nothing is done by him. Why nothing is done by him? Ahankara is not there, kartrutva bhavana is not there, bhoktrutva bhavana is not there. So prarabdhavashat they take place. Same thing is further explained now. How is that he has, even though he does something, it is as good as not done. Pravruttau va nivruttau va naiva dhirasya durgraha. Yada yat kartum ayati tat krutva tishtata sukham. Dhirasya pravruttau va nivruttau va durgraha naiva. Yada, then you naiva, then you add Kidrishasya dhirasya. Just to add this phrase, Kidrishasya dhirasya, answer is given. Yada yat kartum ayati tat sukham krutva tishtataha. Tat sukham krutva tishtataha. Or you can do, first to take the second line as in the form anvaya given, then take the anvaya of first line. This first that person is told, and that dhirasya, there is no durgraha, that is what is there. Dhirasya, with dhiraha, one whose mind is absorbed in his swarupa. Atma vishrantasya, Atmani vishrantasya. Natu vishayeshu, come on. Natu vishayeshu pravrittasya. Okay, that one, okay, yes, okay. It can be anything better. I have told vishrantasya. From that standpoint, you tell me. Huh? Shrantasya. Shrama. The fellow is always what? Getting Shrama on account of Vishayas or Pravrittasya, that's fine. So, he says, this Dhirasya means Atma Vishrantasya, one who has repose in Atma, means one who is always, one whose mind is absorbed in Atma Swarupa. In the case of that Dhirasya, Pravruttava Nivruttava Durgraha Naiva. Pravruttav means positive activities, doing something to gain something. Nivruttav, withdrawing from this. So, in both, whether sannyas or satting, whatever it may be. So, pravruttav or nivruttav. So, va durgraha naiva. Durgraha means duragraha. Insistence. No. See, I should do these things because something is happening like this. Or no, I should not do because bondage, I will be bound, etc. There is no insistence on anything. Means durgraha naiva in the sense kartrutva abhimanahana. That is, either in doing something or withdrawing from something, there is no, that is, that identification in sense that I do or I withdraw, such kartrutva abhimana is not there at all. And what type of dhira is he? What type of jnana is he? He is like this. Yada yat kartum ayati. As and yada means as and when. Yat kartum, yat means whether pravrittam or nivrittam. Whether he has to do something or withdraw from other things. In either case, yada yat kartum ayati, as the context is, ka ayati, whenever such context comes to do something or withdraw from something, tat sukham krutva. Whatever, either pravritti or nivritti, sukham means anayasam, effortlessly having done, tishtataha, one who remains, means is jnani. He has no duragraha, no, I will not act, I am a jnani, or no, I will do something for the others, etc. No. But if context comes, whether doing something or withdrawing something, he just does it without any much efforts and just remains that way. So because he has no insistence, or that is duragraha with respect to either pravritti or nivritti, because the kartrutva abhimana itself is not there. Actions are possible, and if this person acts, what is the motivation? There is no vasanas are not there, the sankalpas are not there. Say it has to be only on account of prarabdha. So the prarabdha vasha. Nirvasano niralamba swachando mukta bandhanaha. क्षिप्तः संस्कारवातेन चेष्टते शुष्कपर्णवत् निर्वासनः निरालम्बः स्वच्छन्दः मुक्तबन्धनः संस्कारवातेन शुष्कपर्णवत् न संस्कारवातेन क्षिप्तः शुष्कपर्णवत् चेष्टते. This person who is like this conducts or does whatever that he does because of this. What is it? The one who is nirvasanaha. Nirvasanaha means desireless or sankalpa rahita. Nirvasanaha, desireless, sankalpa rahita. And because he is nirvasanaha, therefore he is niralambaha. No alambana at all. A person who has got desire, what will he do? Will take to all means of doing something to gain the desires fulfilled. That is alambana, dependence on many factors. So for him, no dependence because no kartavya at all. No desires means no kartavya. So therefore, niralambana means niralambha, not niralambha. Kartavyānusandhāna rahitaha. This I have to do. Such agraha, insistence is not there, and such dependence also is not there. Because there is no dependence on anything, swachandaha. One who is swachandaha means free, uncontrolled, self-willed. So, no one can dictate this person. So, do this or do that, etc. Nothing can be dictated to this person. Swachandaha means he is not under the sway of raga and dvesha. Other person guided by raga and dvesha. Why guided by raga dvesha? Desires. Desires are there. So long as desires are there, raga dvesha will play a role. So in this person, no desires, so therefore no dependence on anything. Swachanda, free, no raga, dvesha, not under the control of raga and dvesha. So he is mukta bandhanaha. Mukta bandhana means a jnani, because the cause of bandhana, what is it? Ajnana, he is free from, means ajnana is not there. So mukta bandhana means bandha hetu ajnana shunyaha. The one who has no cause of bondage, that is ignorance, is not there, in whom mukta bandhana. Now the question was, if he is such nirvasana, etc., how does he act or how does he do certain things in the world? It is because of this. That is samskaravatena kshiptaha. Kshiptaha adds sun. Samskaravata. Vata means wind. By the wind of samskara. What samskara here? Prarabdha vashat karma phala samskara. So samskara means prarabdha pavanena. Samskara vatena means by the wind of prarabdha. Kshiptaha. Kshiptaha means literally thrown. Here preritaha. Preritaha means prompted by that. So he cheshtate, he does many things. How? An illustration is given. Shushka parnavat, like a dry leaf. Have you seen a dry leaf? Hither and thither it gets tossed. It has no will of its own. How it gets tossed? Because of prarabdha pavana. See, you know what was Bhishma? Jnani or Ajnani? Jnani. You know, when he was to leave the body, he just prayed to the Lord. Oh Lord, you know, I was to wind up, because he is Ichchamaranavan, you know that? He is Ichchamaranavan. He had given that, he has told. I was to wind up on 2-3 occasions, but it is your will that I have to continue. Otherwise, because whatever he had to see, etc., was most unfortunate that way, as such. Being himself of what stature he is, so he was in a fix, as it were, because of the behavior of this. At the same time, he had that commitment to the throne. See, he had taken the pratijna. Actually, in the Pitru Seva, they say Lord Rama is the one most ideal. No, actually it is Bhishma. Because Bhishma's sacrifice is, of course, we can't compare this, but still, Bhishma's sacrifice is much more than that of Lord Rama. And after all, Lord Rama is Avatara. But otherwise, Bhishma's sacrifice is so great. So, you see, first thing he knows that these are rascals. At the same time, he could not desert them because he had taken a pratijna, that's what it is. Yosyam janishyati so sano raja bhavishyati. Because seeing the plight of the father, he wanted to know what is ailing this father, why he is so, that means sad, etc. So ministers, he found that he wanted to marry this, but that Matsyagandha, Satyavati's father was very shrewd person. So he wanted That means whoever is born through Satyavati as the heir to the throne, which he agreed, but still he was not budging. He said, that is true, but you are not an ordinary person. You are a mighty person, and your progeny will be equally mighty, and Satyavati's children may not fare well in front of them. So that was still a threat is there for the throne, even if you give the throne to them. At that time he said, first he has said, Yuvasyam janishati sano raja bhavishati, means, another thing is there, Yaha asyam janishati saha naha raja bhavishati. There he got trapped. Whoever is born to Satyavati, he will be our king. He said, I will give the kingdom to throne to him. He has not told. Had he told, he would have escaped. What he said, he will be our king. Our king means his king also, means he has to be loyal to the person who is occupying in the Hastinapura throne, born through whom? Satyavati or their progeny afterwards. His whole life long he got, how does he know that afterwards such quarrel will be there, etc. Whole life long he got committed to that, the throne as being one who has to be loyal to that. So that is what it was. That is because he has to take the one who occupies the Hastinapura as the king. So, and he has to obey their command. Number two. When he said, your progeny at this time, he said, I am not going to marry. So that is no fear of any progeny. At that time actually the Akashavani took place. Aerial voice. Bhihi, bhihi, bhihi means very terrific. The oath he has taken, very terrific he has oath. That is why that name came him Bhishma. Otherwise his name is Devavrata. Devavrata. Another thing also, you should know the few things. Otherwise people just say, and don't think Shantanu was such a sensuous person, etc. Because Shantanu, because he wanted to marry Satyavati, he is considered as one who is a very such a useless fellow, etc. No. He was an emperor, and earlier wife he lost. Means he could not, means Ganga, he just afterwards he deserted. So he was, and as a king they used, it was the custom in that they have to have the thing. But so natural for him to get as this another son. But he never compromised for the interest of Bhishma. When Satyavati's father had put this demand that her son has to be the king, Shantanu was never ready to agree. He said, sorry, it is just not possible. Otherwise he would have said yes, and he would have got married. He said, no, not possible. Because he knows what Bhishma is. And afterward, but still he was very sad. As a dutiful son, he found what is the ailing my father, but he didn't tell. So Shantanu didn't tell him for a long time. Then also he didn't tell what it is. He said, look, my sonny, you are the only son, one son to me, and you are a mighty person, and you are not an ordinary person. You will, being mighty, you will be engaged in many battles, etc. Even though mighty, no guarantee can be given, because in the fighting, etc., no guarantee. And if I lose, what has happened? No one to the throne, because it is also duty of the king to see that proper person is appointed on the throne. So that is what is just means is becoming a matter of concern to me. And at that time, Bhishma being what it is, he got a clue. And therefore he started inquiring with minister, where my father had gone, what all things, etc. And then he found this because minister was there. Then this conversation between Satyavati's father and Shantanu took place. And then he came to know. And another thing, still, he was not an ordinary person because of this sacrifice, he gave a boon to Bhishma. Do you know what is that? Ichha Maranava. So you will have the power to leave the body as and when you decide. If he can give such a boon, can ordinary person give a boon this? No, it is not that. That still, he says, Bhishma was being jnani, he just prays, oh Lord, he gives 2-3 occasions I wanted to give up the body, but I could not. Means some purpose is to be served, that is what your will means, prarabdha vasha. So therefore, say, Shushka Parnava, So like a dry leaf which has no say of its own, so like that. So samskaravatena kshiptaha, prompted by that means the momentum. Vata means wind, means the momentum of prarabdha. Prarabdha. So cheshtate, this person acts in the world. And this person who has no samskara, because the cause of samsara, sankalpa is not there. So he is the one who, that is always contented person. Asamsarasya tukvapi na harsho na vishadata. Sashitalamana nityam videha iva rajate. Asamsarasya tukvapi harshaha na vishadata na ad jayate. Saha nityam shitalamanaha videhaha iva rajate. Videhaha iva rajate. Asamsarasya. In the case of this person, Jnani, who is described as asamsaraha. Who is asamsaraha? Na vidyate samsarasya hetuhu sankalpaha yasya saha asamsaraha. Tasya. The one in whom the cause of samsara, that is sankalpa, is not there. Na vidyate is not there. What is not there? Well, samsarasya hetuhu, the cause of samsara. What is it? Namely, sankalpa. Earlier I told, that is, the samsara is nothing but bhavana rupa, means that all sankalpa rupa, sankalpa vikalpa rupa. So that sankalpa, na vidyate yasya, the one who doesn't have, that person is called asamsara. He is samsara. Tasya, in his case, asamsarasya to show the contrast from ajnani, who is baddhaha, who is samsari. Samsatu kvapi, anywhere, harshaha na vishadata na jayate. Harshaha, exaltation. There is no exaltation with respect to anything, kvapi, with respect to anything. Vishadata, dejection, sadness, sorrow. These things also are not there anywhere on account of anything. How is this disposition then? Means like this. These urmis, harsha, shoka, all this mana, apamana, harsha and vishada told, upalakshana for rest. Mana, apamana and all these are not there for this person. How is his disposition? This person is like saha, nityam shitalamanaha. Always his mind is shitala, very calm and composed, thanda, means composed, not disturbed. So shitala manaha, always, and also not at times, not moody. Externally he may appear as moody, but all the time that composure is there. And nityam means under all circumstances. So therefore, Nitshidamanaha, how really he excels, how videhaha iva rajati. Videha means videha muktaha iva. Like a person who has got already videha kaivalya, like him rajate, shobhate, means he shines, means he excels, he outshines others. So that is what is called as, elsewhere it is said, it seems, Shadurmi rahitaha shivaha. He is free from Shadurmis. What are Shadurmis? Janma Marana, Kshut Pipasa and Shoka Moha. Shadurmi, free from that. Shadur Virahitaha Shiva. If you have no Shadur means you are Shiva. Other way is that. Ek Jeev Sadashiv. Ek Jeev Sadashiv in what context it is? If you are not Chaturbhuja is better. Which Chaturbhuja? Huh? Which Chaturbhuja? Anyone else? Vishnu, that is true. Vishnu, let us keep aside. Grihastha is Chaturbhuja. One more person is Chaturbhuja. One who is arrested by police. it is one who is arrested by police is also called Chaturbhuja. One who is just now married is called as what? Chaturbhuja. Because to his bhujas, other bhujas are whose? Wife's bhujas. So like they are married and one who is arrested, both are called as Chaturbhuja. So therefore, so he is not Chaturbhuja. In the context of Ek Jeev Sadashiv, Marathi is saying it is. Means a singleton, battler, that's all. Battler or spinster. That's what is that. So Ek Jeev. But here it is, Shadur Mirahitaha Shivaha. So why he said Ek Jeev Sadashiv? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So, of course, for that what is required? Right disposition. Otherwise he is the most Ashanta. So because of Vairagya and maturity, if that is there, yes, certainly Ek Jeev Sadashiv. Again, description. Kutrapi na jihasasti nasho vapi na kutrachit. Atma ramasya dhirasya shitalacha taratmanaha. Atma ramasya dhirasya Shitalachatatmanaha ad jnaninaha kutrapi jihasa nasti nashaha va api na kutrachit. For this person, who is that person? Atmaramasya, the one who is Atmaramaha. Atmani eva ramate iti Atmaramaha. Natu, come on. Fill in the blank. Natu Vishayarama and Natu Tamil Sapat Rama. In Tamil Sapat Rama is one who is very fond of eating and all that. So he is the one who is Natu Vishayarama, not the one who is steeped in Vishayas. Of course, in Vishayarama, Sapatrama is included. Okay. So therefore, Natu Vishayaramaha, Atmaramaha, Atmaniyeva Ramati. So therefore, one who is totally absorbed in Swarupa takes delight in Atma Swarupa only. Vishayas don't hold any fascination for this person, such a person. Dhirasya. Here we can say Dhira, Jnani, already Atmarama speaks of Jnani. So therefore, Dhirasya we have to take as, so one who is Nischala Chittasya. One whose mind is steady, not ruffled, unperturbed. So, because the Swarupa is very clear to this person, and therefore Dhirasya, and for that very reason, who is Shitalachatatmanaha. The one who is here, Atmana means Antakarna. One who is Antakarna is Shitalachatara. Shitala means calm and composed. Achatara means Nirmalatara. See, it is not Ach, it is Shitala, Achatara. Achatara means, Acha means Nirmala. Achatara means Nirmalatara, means highly pure. The one who has got highly pure and composed mind, Atmanaha, the one who has got such disposition, Atma here, Antakarna. Here Atma is not Satchidananda Atma. So, Shitalacha Antakarnaha, the one whose Antakarna is highly pure and composed. That Jnaninaha, in the case of that Jnani, he says, Kutrapi jihasa na asti. There is no jihasa, means a desire to give up something. Is not that. Jihasa means Tyagecha, desire to give up something, it is also upalakshana for desire to acquire something also is not there. So the jihasa means tyagecha has to be taken as upalakshana for upaditsa. Upaditsa means a desire to acquire is not there in him. That is also indicated by jihasa. Nasti, nasti. Also, nashaha vapi na kutrachit. There is no nasha. Nasha means anartha or loss, misfortune, calamity, etc. is not there for him at all. Because misfortune, calamity can be provided. Some loss is involved, is it not? That means some danger is involved. What danger is for him? At best, what can happen? At the most, not best. At the most, what can happen? He may lose the body. No loss at all. So that's why no anartha, no nasha, no calamity, no misfortune. Again, prakrutya shunya chittasya kurvatosya yadrichaya. Prakrutasyeva dhirasya namano navamanata. Prakrutya shunya chittasya dhirasya prakrutasya iva yadrichaya kurvataha asya manaha na add asti avamanata na again add asti. Prakrutya means swabhavena, by its very nature, by its very disposition, which is quite natural to this person. So one who is like this, how is he? Shunya chittasya. Shunya chittasya means vikara rahita chittasya. This phrase has come earlier in the sense sankalpa vikalpa rahitasya. Vikara stands for sankalpa vikalpa. Earlier meaning has been seen. Shunya chitta means sankalpa vikalpa rahita. Means vikara rahita. What type of vikara? Sankalpa vikalpa type vikaras are not there in whose antakarna. Shunya chittasya dhirasya, that is atma vishrantasya, one whose mind is absorbed in the swarupa atma brahma dhirasya, when prakrutasya iva yadrichaya kurvataha, when he acts in the world like whom? Prakrutasya iva. Prakruta means ajnani, like an ignorant person. When he acts in the world, how he acts? Yadrichaya. Here yadricha means prarabdha vashat, on account of prarabdha. When he acts in the world, kurvataha, asya means asya vidushaha jnaninaha. For in the case of this jnani, manaha nasti, avamanata nasti. Neither he has got any honor or dishonor, because he has nothing to it. Honor, dishonor at what level? Aye, baiti. Or otherwise the fellow comes on the face, you bang the door. That's how it is. Because we have nothing to gain, nothing to lose. That's how it is. Mana. For other person, Mercury rises and falls down. Or no, it's like this. Horizontal or face becomes vertical or horizontal. Mana apamana. Just unconcerned about it. Kritam dehena karmedam namaya shuddha rupina. Iti cintanurodhiyah kurvannapi karoti na. So, prakrutasya yadrichaya kurvataha. When he acts according to prarabdha like any ordinary person, so what is his disposition? This is what is his disposition. Yaha dehena idam karma kritam मया शुद्धरूपिणा न कृतम इति चिंतानुरोधी एड सहा कुर्वन् अपि न करोति. One read like this. So is that yaha. So yaha, the one who is the jnani, dehena idam karma kritam. When prarabdhavashat he acts, this is his attitude and disposition. Idam karma dehena kritam. Who has done this? The body has done. Atma, me, Atma can't do at all. So maya shuddha rupina na kritam. I, because his eye is centered in the right place, not misplaced in the embodiment. By me, is shuddha rupi. Shuddha rupi means pure, of pure nature means nirupadhikaha. Nirupadhika, me means deha itself is a mala. So nirmalaha, nirupadhika, shuddha rupina, na maya shuddha rupina, by me who is nirupadhika, atma sarupa, chaitanya sarupa, by me, idam karma na kritam iti, so Chintanurodhi. So, means such, the one who takes to such disposition always. So, Chintam anurodhyate means such thinking, nirantaram, always one who takes recourse to such disposition that I don't do anything, means Chaitanya Rupa, one who is Nirupadhika, don't do anything. It is, actions are done by Deha. Deha stands for Deha, Mana, Buddhi, at the Antakarna also embodiment. So Chintanurodhi, such a person, Kurvan api na karoti. Even though from world standpoint he acts, he does karma, it is as good as not done. Na karoti means what? The results of these karmas can't bind that person. That's all. Other person karoti means answerable for results of action. This person is not answerable for results of action because the ahankara, kartrutva bhavana is not there at all in this person. We'll stop here, 125. No, not 125 of this chart. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महीषाः लोकान् महीभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं शोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम श्री गुरु